Zoro. King is stronger than Katakuri. I don't care.
No. He didn't
Yes,
show
King
it.
is.
He didn't show it. Wait,
No,
whoa,
no,
wait,
no,
where did
no.
this come from? He didn't show it.
You saying he didn't show it? I think that
Not even close.
like it's this thing, right? Where like when you're a major arc villain, you get a lot of screen time and you get a lot of time to show off. King wasn't a major arc villain, so he didn't have that show off time to be like
we saw enough
the
from
dude
King
in
the
charge.
Wildfire. We saw enough from King the Wildfire. King the Wildfire is absolutely not strong.
He's invincible.
No, clearly not. He lost an arm.
No. I mean, like he has an invincible mode. Like, come on.
Who cares?
It only goes away
when when he needs more speed. And guess what? With Katakuri, you need as much speed as humanly possible to just even graze this man's butt cheeks. Pause. That's the facts.
Okay, so then he would lose his invincibility to
for the vast majority of the
could...
fight. That's gone. Number one. Number two is that he probably still can't even touch Katakuri. Probably, at least, not for the most part. Because Katakuri, I mean, even with Snake Man, like Luffy's fastest form, he was still timing that nonsense. I mean, it was a dude. And so, because his feature was so damn good. And then on top of that, the man does, off the gate, mind you, he already had an advanced or stronger version of Luffy's arm and haki already. He has Conqueror's haki. He may not have Infusion, probably not. But he also has Awakening. So he has the best, I mean, his haki stats to date are some of the best in the verse. They're way better than King the Wildfires. Way better than King the Wildfires. His double powers are way better than King the Wildfires. He's awakened.
I was more impressed by King. But
how?
Because he come on, he's invincible.
Wait. How did Zoro lose?
No.
How did King lose? How did King lose?
Because he took his invincibility away for speed, and then Zoro hit him.
Yes. So if Zoro can figure this out with King the Wildfire's ability, and Zoro, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Katakuri, who can see the damn future, even if he didn't know, if he can see the future and see how much faster King gets when his flame turns off and on, Katakuri is able to perceive King the Wildfire's movement so easily. He has the power to damage King the Wildfire, because we've seen it with the Mo Spear. We've seen it with the Buzz Mochi. We've seen it with various other like attacks, like the Peerless Donuts and so on. I mean, the Peerless Donuts damn near knocked out Gear 4 Bowman Luffy. And then he has Awakening, so he can use the environment at his will. Given what we see in the Mirror World and how much he can control the Mirror World, he can control like a huge section of an entire island at will with his Awakening, just quite easily. Like, it's not even a big deal for Katakuri. No stand problems at all, because we see for like 11 hours. No problems at all fighting against Luffy for 11 hours. And then there's not some weird, like, I'm gonna train King the Wildfire in the middle of the fight. No, he's coming to kill him. He's coming to kill his ass, yo. What do you mean? Kai, stop. Like, what? Again, the Imperial Fire is nice. Okay, it's dope. He's invincible. I get that too. But he lost to Zoro for a reason.
Yeah, I think King is stronger, but you think Katakuri is stronger. The thing is though is that like I think Zoro beating King leaves a problem of like, okay, like even if Katakuri's stronger, how much stronger? And Luffy's kind of too strong for Big Mom after beating Kaido. Zoro is kind of like too strong for Katakuri after beating King.
No,
Sanji's like too strong for Smoothie, even though that's not like, so who's next? Not Smoothie.
Okay, look, I would say that right now, based on the actual feats, based on the portrayal even too,
Sanji versus Cracker.
I think Katakuri is the strongest Yonko like subordinate we've ever seen in the series so far.
Come on, you know what it is? It's it's Katakuri's weakness. Like Luffy's like, yo, I get it. I get what makes you special. It's not your devil fruit. You can see the future. It's like, okay, it's like Katakuri could see the future, big deal, but it's like...
I mean, it was a big deal enough to where he couldn't even tag his ass properly for the entirety of the fight, even when he went Snake Man.
All right, all right. So say like if you...
Snake Man. Snake Man.
Say if Luffy went to Wano, right? Say,
I mean, he's one right now.
Zoro.
you mean
say the samurai... Say the samurai kidnapped Zoro, so Luffy had to go to Wano to get Zoro back, right?
Okay.
And the final villain was King, Luffy would have a hard time damaging him too because of the invincibility. Like it would be just as hard of a fight.
I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll be real with you. I think
You
that
don't think so?
okay, so like if we look at it compared to like how things are now, right? Like based on like what we've seen King do. I mean, I guess from a story perspective, it might be similar, but it'll be similar in the sense of because like King the Wildfire has a whole different personality than Katakuri does, and I mean, what you need to actually be King the Wildfire is different than what you need to be Katakuri. So the various things here, but based on what we've actually seen, King the Wildfire is not. Again, all we need is him to turn off his flame on, like, you know, invincible mode to actually hit him and hurt him. And Luffy in, let's say, a Gear 4 Bound Man, or let's say a Snake Man, probably Snake Man can actually do that, I think, relatively fine. So I'm not too sure if you actually need to actually learn any new. Maybe you have to learn a greater control of his armor Haki hardening before King of Wildfire to, like, break through, like, let's say his natural zone endurance and defense. Maybe? But I think that Katakuri has shown himself to be just a step above the rest. Outside, so like Katakuri, I think is the only guy that's stronger than him, probably as commander, is Ben Beckman. That's it.
So do you think Luffy fights Big Mom, Zoro fights Katakuri, Sanji fights Cracker, or is it just Luffy versus Big Mom?
Wait, Cracker? Oh, because Smoothie's not okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I was what the okay, I got for you.
Robin versus Smoothie.
I mean, ideally speaking, that's how it would work.
Nah, Robin and Nami versus Smoothie.
Fine. I'll take that. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's how things probably work then. Yeah, for sure. Robin and Yamato, if she joins the crew. Something like that, right?
Yamato versus Smoothie if Yamato joins.
But I don't think that... So, Zoro is going to be stronger by then, so Zoro could be on Katakuri's level stronger. But right now, he's not. Like,
but
right now,
he's Kaido, though. He's scarred Kaido.
Congratulations.
I think that's it.
But like,
I don't think.
Even you yourself admitted earlier that compared to Luffy, you had him on his back, right? Like Zoro scarring Kaido was like, what did you say before? Like getting your shoe scuffed. Like it's not no big deal. Like, come on, bro. If it was like that, ain't no big deal.
But Zoro did something that Katakuri. All right, Katakuri was scared of Big Mom. Like he went to help Big Mom. She was like, "Are you helping me?" He was like, "No, Mom."
Nah, Katakuri wasn't scared of Big Mom. I mean, because we see that.
No, he was scared of Big Mom.
No. He was concerned about Big Mom because Big Mom, he can see the future, and then he don't want Big Mom crying and having her defenses like weakened. But we saw like Katakuri got in front of Big Mom to like defend her. Big Mom is like how could a son of mine X, Y, Z, and the other? And then he's like, no, Mama, you don't understand. Like Katakuri was like clearly like the lead man outside of Big Mom. I mean, that's what his Congress.
What I got from that scene was like a superior Big Mom, like, hold on, like you protected me, and he's like, no, like that's not what I'm doing. Like he seemed scared, like he didn't want it, like he didn't.
No, he was though. He was just that Big Mom didn't know what was going on. Katakuri did. I mean, okay, so it's like I'm not saying that Katakuri is like, you know, because I don't think Katakuri, given his demeanor, given how he operates as a character, I don't see him being like let's say scared for Big Mom per se, or scared but like, you know, scared of Big Mom. But I think more so it's like he cares that, you know, because that's his mother, so he cares about her safety and well-being, and he knew what was going to go down to protect her, to make sure that everything was okay. You know, like that's what I gathered for the most part from that scene. And then Big Mom got insulted because like, hold on, what the hell are you doing? Like you're my son, I'm a Yonko, like know your role. No, Mama, you don't understand. That's what I got from that scene.
Big Mom grabbed Marco up so quick, like it was like her versus Marco wasn't even a fight.
Katakuri stronger than Marco.
You said Katakuri stronger than Marco?
Yes.
Okay, but here's the thing, right?
Yes.
Marco still got grabbed. It wasn't even a fight. It was Big Mom. Remember when Big Mom was in chains, right? And it was King, Queen, and Jack. And they were talking to Big Mom, and she was like, "Yo, y'all don't get me."
She was flexing. Like, like, come on, like, get these chains off, yo. What the hell?
And even all of them was scared. And then Kaido came.
Yes.
Zoro scarred. He left a scar on a Yonko. He's not scared of a Yonko. It's like these right hand men. It's like they're scared of the Yonko, and they know why. It's like they kind of know their place.
Wait, Zoro, okay. So how come we're not realizing that Marco was able to clash against Prometheus with Big Mom? Like, you know, like he fought against Big Mom. He did.
Yeah, but it was like, come on, like it was such a like she grabbed him up, so it was so
Yeah,
quick. I'm
I
not saying that.
agree, but then she bailed and said, "Okay, you know, I don't want to deal with you because I need to waste soul power on your ass, and that's a pain in my ass. I want to take care of these whippersnappers because they insulted me." So Big
Imagine
Mom,
what would have happened.
so Big Mom has to exude effort to defeat someone like, I mean, every person, no matter what, like who
That's
you
not
are.
effort though. If she has
Oh,
Marco grabbed up, if
Peril
if she
Sparrow's
stand,
there. She has Peril Sparrow, like Peril Sparrow, take him out. Cool. Because she doesn't waste
yeah,
any of
but
her powers on Marco, because Marco's a pain in the ass.
yeah, but all right. Here's the thing, right? If she would have fought Marco, if she would have beat Marco, right?
Yeah.
Even though she had him grabbed up, it wouldn't have been too hard. And you know what it is? He could regenerate.
True.
But it's like Kid and Lord would have killed her.
No. They can't.
Nah, I think no. If she would have fought Marco, right? Like she would have used her soul's powers up. Because then when Laura broke her bones, that's less souls to heal herself. It's like she needed.
We don't know what her soul limit gauge thing is, but we can see it in this fight with Kid and Law. She still has so much left in the tank. It's like, yo, don't you dare think that you've killed me. Like, not like no shot. And again, the most damage, I mean, the final damage to her isn't even on their part. It's an Acme warhead. If that Wale Cody doesn't come out with a warhead, then that final thing covering her in like all this dirt and so on, nuke, then Big Mom is coming into this even more fresher. And Kid and Law are now, finally, they're done. Or at least I hope so. I pray that Kid and Law ain't gonna do more at this point in time. If they do, I'm gonna have to go to Japan ASAP because all that stuff is happening. It's annoying as all hell. But even still, after all this stuff, what they ultimately do is get a W to quote defeat Big Mom, but ultimately it's just a giant stall, which is fine because they can't do it by themselves. But at the same time, Marco and King of the Wildfire teaming up couldn't beat Big Mom. But that's fine because they're good, they're powerful, they can stall, they can get off the island and that kind of stuff, but they can't actually take down Big Mom. Marco is impressive, but in order to actually defeat Marco, Big Mom has to actually exert a level of, you know, skill, techniques, soul power, and so on and so forth, and that's annoying to her because she didn't want to deal with that. That's why she bailed. So Marco did, like, he got, like, yeah, like she did choke that chicken. Fair enough. But let's be real here, though. Marco does require some effort because he's Marco the Phoenix. I mean, this is the guy that the Gorosei had pegged to be like the next Yonko stand-in for Whitebeard, but he lost, obviously, to Blackbeard in a brutal way. I mean, just based on the feats alone, I'm gonna say this. Based on the feats alone, I think Katakuri he's just better. He's superior. Kaido versus Katakuri, Kaido's winning, but he's going to have to exert a lot more force, time, hockey, and so on to beat Katakuri than he would, let's say, his own Ryan Man, King of the Wildfire.
Not like King. All right, here's the thing, right? King could just stay in his invincible mode, and it would be difficult.
Don't you think that at some point, like, there's probably even up to that? So there's one moment where he's in invincible mode, but he's blocking Zoro's attacks directly, and then Zoro says, "Why are you blocking? Are you scared?" So it's insinuated that there's a limit to his invincible form. That's insinuated. I'm not saying it's the case, but it could be the case here, where even in his invincible state, there is a limit to what he can actually, you know, tank in his invincible form. Therefore, Zoro was like reaching that limit. So him going flame on, flame off the entire time was also a way of dodging Zoro to guarantee that he had enough stamina to actually still be in this Imperial Fire invincible form. But again, Katakuri, I mean, dude, Katakuri, even with the Yonko, there has been no character even as close to good with that hockey as Katakuri is. The Katakuri is so superfluous. He's so
but he's not leaving a scar on Kaido.
But he doesn't have to leave a scar. Hold on, this is Zoro leaving a scar on Kaido in a group fight. In a one-on-one, Zoro gets, I mean, it's like fraternity-style treatment. It's brutal stuff, man. Like, Zoro is not having a good day. Period.
Yeah, Katakuri. I think in the same group fight, Katakuri's not leaving a scar. I don't know. It's just an impressive offense Zoro displayed.
Hold on, you as like the biggest Capone supporter I've ever seen in my life, outside of like one other dude, big body, shoutouts. You know about the power of other aspects like defense and speed and so on. And so like you should know that you can have the offense to scar Kaido, but even still, Yusuf even admitted, like, compared to Luffy, it's not really, that doesn't mean much.
Okay, so You know what it is? Like, I think
Huh?
that going into Wano, right? Zoro could have. I think that Zoro could have beaten Katakuri already. Like, I
Come
think that
on, what are
Sanji.
we talking about?
I think that Sanji. I was saying we talked about this before. I said that Sanji could have beat Cracker, and that Zoro could beat Katakuri.
Tyquan, no, please. Where? On what? I mean, just look at how powerful Zoro is
Zoro
with
showed it
Enma.
when he beat King.
But he did. There is a possibility.
Okay. So like you're like you have Katakuri kind of soloed out as like one of the most powerful right hand men. I like.
Yeah. No. I think he is the outside of Ben Beckman. When you look at the A Slide novels, I know they don't necessarily count for the story, but it's insinuated that Big Mom has the strongest family. Therefore, she has the strongest crew of the Yonkos. That's her strongest title thing. In a one-on-one fight, Kaido is the strongest. Whitebeard is the strongest man in terms of he had like the most territory in the New World.
So Crack is better than Jack.
Yeah.
And Smoothie is better than Queen.
Yeah. On paper, yeah, they are. On paper. Because, okay, this may sound crazy, but look at this, all right? Look at Peril Sparrow and Jack the Drought. In this arc, we have a direct comparison between those two.
Yeah.
Cracker is stronger than Peril Sparrow on paper.
Yes.
So if Jack the Drought and Peril Sparrow in this arc have a comparison here of equality, where both Jack the Drought and Peril Sparrow get heavily damaged. Actually, Jack got healed up at some point, so it kind of leads a little bit more towards Peril Sparrow in this part. But that being said, Peril Sparrow and Jack the Drought are heavily damaged. They can beat both Inu and Neko in their base forms, but they lose to them in their Sulong forms. That means that Peril Sparrow and Jack are really close in power, I'd probably argue. But we know for a fact that Cracker is, or at least on paper, that Cracker is stronger than Peril Sparrow. So
yes.
This means that Cracker is stronger than Jack. Smoothie then should be stronger than Queen, ideally, maybe. And then King is weaker than Katakuri as a result. Because Big Mom has the strongest crew. Now again, I say on paper because it's like, because I would argue that Shanks has the strongest crew. That's my personal opinion on that one.
Yes.
By the way, and see.
No, Shanks definitely does.
There we go, on the same page there. So I think that Big Mom's, and again, just based on what they've done, like Katakuri had almost everything, dog. Like damn near everything. Like outside of Conquering Infusion, he had damn near everything at his disposal. And then even the top tier Yonko, like Big Mom and Kaido, they can't do what he can do in terms of future sight. Not even they can do it. Not even Luffy now can do it. Like Katakuri is doing things that are just dumb to this day.
The way I was scaling it was by like levels. So it's like as strong as Katakuri was, he's still like he's right hand man level. He's a right hand man.
But there are tiers, or there's gradients in that level, aren't there? Right? There's got to be.
Yeah, there is, but
so like not every admiral is just as strong as the other one, probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it's like Katakuri, he's tricky because it's like, and yeah, it's the same thing as with Capone too, but it's like they have this other thing besides offense that makes them great. So like the way that I look at it, right, is like, oh, it's Marco. He's right hand man level. He's a right hand man. Oh snap, he can regenerate. Oh snap, he can heal. What he can't get damaged? Like he could get damaged, but it's like okay, he just took Kizaru's attack. Oh snap, he's broken, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh snap, Katakuri, he can see the future. Oh, that's broken. Like, yo, he can see the future. With King, it's like, what? He's invincible? Like, he can't take damage in that form? Like, oh snap, he's broken. So it's like they all have that something about them. I don't really think one is better than the other. It's just that they all have that something that makes them like, oh snap, that's right hand man level, which is
maybe, because it could be that way. But then at the same time, that's like, for me, it's almost like saying like all the Yonko are equal, or like all the admirals are equal. It's like, I
think they all could beat I think every right hand beats a admiral, not Akainu though. So I think that it gives them that edge.
Boy.
Like,
I mean, I don't know about every.
It's like King could have.
So King, so let's say Fujitora versus all the right hand men. So King the Wildfire, Katakuri, Mark of the Phoenix.
Oh, King is winning.
So King is winning. He's
grabbing his sword.
He just yeah, he just grabbing his sword. He's gonna take him down a few pegs. While the meteorites. How's King gonna do the meteorites?
Invincible mode.
Ah, fuck. Okay. So, wait. Wait, hold on. Time out.
You're just gonna be like, yo, I'm blind and you took my sword? Like,
if King of the Wildfires, if that mode is so powerful, why not? Why is he like ruling the Beast Pirates? Like, why isn't he running the show? You know, like how can I do him? He's invincible.
Because he doesn't have the offense like Kaido has.
No, it's the offense. So the man is invincible, but he lacks the offense.
Not Kaido level offense. Nah.
I mean, does it really matter when you're invincible?
It like when to be the leader, yeah.
No,
but King, but this is what I mean. Like King is even Queen was like, yo, Zoro's not beating King. Like it's that confidence in him because he's he has an invincible mode. He's a rare species. But yeah, Katakuri, I think he could beat Fuji. Marco, I think he can. Sirio the Rain, I think he can. It'll be high diff fights though.
It's very obvious that Marco versus Kizaru, that was a very even match, yo. Like, that was clearly even, like blow for blow, toe for toe.
But Marco had a slight edge in it.
Debatable, but if not for the heart attack,
because
that whole battle changed. Like that one heart attack changed the entire scope of the battlefield.
Even with it, it's like they jumped Marco, so it's like and they nerfed him with cuffs.
That's true.
So this is what I mean. Marco had the slight edge, and it's like it took a nerf to beat him. Sabo versus Fuji, even though Sabo's not a right hand, he has that position in Dragon's Crew. Sabo versus Fuji was equal.
Sabo just had Morley, Karasu, Lindbergh, and a few good men versus two admirals in their own home turf, and Fujitora is marked up. I mean, that's a sign. That's just a sign that, you know, the admirals are good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they're putting their life on the line to beat someone like a right hand man.
Rayleigh versus Kizaru.
Rayleigh's slow.
Rayleigh had too.
He's old.
Yeah, Rayleigh did better than that. It was slightly better. So it's either equal or the right hand man does a little bit better. But the thing is that like what's gonna change it is that like it depends what happens moving forward though, because right now with Zoro beating King, that's like saying that to me Sanji could beat King too.
I think he can too.
Yeah.
But so it's like problem, though. This is where things kind of differ. Zoro, I can understand the reason why Zoro versus King is a bit scuffy, because King could just be in invisible form the entire time, in theory. I do want to say that there's a stamina limit to invisible mode, but Zoro also had to use, I think, a skill so deadly to where after like 3 minutes he would have died using like Enma's true power, you know? Like that's wild. Like I don't bank too much of offensive power a lot of times to gauge what true strength is in One Piece. Because it's like you have so many avenues of strength and power, and a lot of times offense, like if you have a Logia user and you have no Haki, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Period. You know? Or let's say like you have Moria who can crack an island in half with a single punch, but like Luffy's rubber, so who cares? Like, what does that matter?
And Burning Blood, it's a video game, but in Burning Blood, they said that Barthol's barriers is invincible. They said
right. I mean, like we even kind of see it, where like his barrier, like dude, like this man, the old dude in the flashback, had Barthol's powers. Oden is like an absolute phenom coming back, and he blocked Oda's attacks easily with that barrier, with the body no mi, easily. So it's like, okay, time out now. These powers are kind of nuts and broken, and offense matters, but sometimes but what I'm saying is like
have your whole invincible. That's good. I think Diamond Jozu did they make Diamond Jozu's diamonds invincible when he diamonds up? I think Diamond Jozu
when he blocked Mihawk, like Gabriel kid. I don't know if he's invincible, because like I mean, Aokiji froze him over with the. But
that's, no, but that's different though. It's like, exactly. It's like getting frozen changed the structure
on a sneak, you know. But I think
and Sengoku. Yeah, I think those are the three invincible forms of Burning Blood. It's Sengoku, Buddha.
Invincible?
Yeah,
in Burning Blood.
Yeah, his Buddha form.
Okay, interesting.
It's invincible. They said.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not sure if that's actually the case in the story. It might be. But even still, there's probably a limit to invincibility. It's like just how Marco has regen. He can't infinitely regen. Like if he could, he's worse than those guys, because he can no matter what you do to Marco, he's always going to regenerate no matter what the cost. So it's like that's fucking nuts. But we see in this arc there was a stamina limit to his invincibility. I think that King of Wildfire is the same way. where he's invincible, true, but there's probably a limit to that, to where you pass that limit, he's no longer invincible, which is why at some point you start to block the attacks from Zoro and not just take the attacks wholesale. That's my assumption on King's part.
Isn't there a limit on Katakuri's feats? Okay, not that it's a limit.
True,
he has to be.
There is.
He has to be, and he has to be relaxed. So it's like Katakuri has his weaknesses too, which is why I said that it's like, oh snap, as Future say, oh snap, he's invincible.
If there's no merienda, the man is. If there's no merienda, the man is as cool as a cucumber. He's just chilling, all right. He's been chilling, all right. John Cena style. There's no way he's gonna lose his edge in terms of like, you know, cool against someone like King the Wildfire or Zoro. It's only Luffy and shenanigans and tea time and seeing the mouth. It's only
this guy.
If Katakuri is walking around Hogan now without a scarf on, that means that he's accepted himself as a character, as a person. So he's more powerful now. So no mental freak ups, none, zero. No shot. And again, Katakuri already had a higher level of hardening than Luffy did off the gate, even in Snake Man. Like, have you ever seen a character like Katakuri where this dude gets defeated by Luffy and
his level 3 armament was good.
He's dude, he's just chilling after the fight. He's relaxing, like talking to Brule, like Oni-chan, oh my god, Seiko, all this stuff. I'm like, yo, and Luffy's falling asleep. I've never seen a main villain being like that ever. Normally, Luffy does like a final hurrah, a final Gatling, and the guy is knocked out, and we don't see him ever again until they come back and impel down.
True.
Katakuri is the only guy, the only one like that, the only one. That's a sign to me that Katakuri was just different. He was just a bit too much. Like, Zoro right now is impressive as all hell. He's not beating Katakuri. King of Wildfire is not beating Katakuri. All right? They're impressive, but they're not. Katakuri is just too much.
It's not a big gap, though. If Zoro could beat King, he could beat Katakuri.
Maybe.
It's even better now because he beat King.
Well, yeah, of course now, yeah. Well, okay, you said before last time off the rip in Wano Country being, I don't think so. But I think that when you look at Katakuri's fight, because he chose to forego his best offensive weapon against Luffy.
No, not off the rip. I meant like with Emma.
Okay, so with Emma off the rip, nah. I mean, I don't think Zoro now can do it. Nah. Because Zoro has to be able to actually tag Katakuri consistently. Can he do so at times? Of course. But consistently, hard to do, especially when the man's awakened and he can go into like the ground itself and become like Mochi. Again, consider like
the
half
other thing
an
about
island
Zoro
being underneath his control.
Zoro one-shots everybody. So it's like at the same time, all he needs is one good, not King?
Not King, no.
Okay, yeah, so it not King, but it's like Zoro usually...
Not King. I don't think he one shot. There's someone else too. I forget. Not King. Not in the pre-time skip. Not Kaku.
But all Zoro needs is like one good shot on Katakuri, or like two good shots. It wouldn't be hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be hard.
It's like it's gonna be so hard to be damn near impossible. That's what Katakuri's being.
No. Okay. Beating King was hard, so I don't mean like it's gonna be easy. Like it's being hard is what's gonna make the fight like, oh snap, like Luffy versus Katakuri. But I mean like Zoro winning is possible, which is why I said that like I said Kid could beat Katakuri. I was like Law could beat Katakuri. It's just that Luffy's the main character. We follow
Law
Luffy,
actually might. Law might, but I even Katakuri's over Law. Honestly.
Grab Katakuri, slam him.
I don't think you can. I mean, I don't think you can. That's a problem. I think Katakuri is just too good in terms of his skill set. I think that Katakuri, he's like Dofi on roids. Katakuri is just like that with way better hockey across the board. And again, to this day, it's like when you think about his future sight, it's so damn good to where Snake Man Luffy couldn't even consistently tag that form. And the man could fight for 11 hours and use that for 11 hours. Zoro can barely maintain his King Elster for like 6 minutes. No way. So yeah, he has raw offense. What's good? That offense can't hit Katakuri. And again, Katakuri at this point in time, in this fight situation, he will not forego his own best offensive weapon, his Mo Spear. That's because that's still going to apply all the same. He already has a higher level. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, yo, in the next arc or after, I think then we can talk about, okay, maybe now Zoro can be Katakuri, but not now. Not now. No. No.
Okay, so then I hope that when Luffy does fight Big Mom, we get to see Zoro versus Katakuri.
That could happen. That could happen, absolutely. I'd actually rather Smoothie and Zoro. That sounds kind of weird, right? But
Smoothie and Zoro.
yeah, but
Zoro, he can't go from King to Smoothie.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can, because there would be a stipulation here, which is that she's a swordswoman. That is something that I think we need to have Zoro go through. We haven't seen Zoro at all fight a strong swordswoman ever in the entire series. Tashiki doesn't count. She's pathetic. But Smoothie could be pretty damn good in terms of swordswoman, and I think that has a good conflict with the whole Kuina stuff and his dream of being a swordsman. Because think about what happened with Monet on Punk Hazard. Zoro held back, yo. Zoro could have killed her, he held back. So I'd rather Smoothie and Zoro fight, because that'd be very good for Zoro's character, I think, to overcome
Smoothie
that.
won't really be able to use her powers. Remember, her powers, she has to grab you and ring you up and like dry you up.
I mean, there could be something unique that Oda could apply to her powers. Like maybe it's not just, living things. She could like do the ground as well and then get moisture from the ground, like groundwater, something like that, and then make the groundwater into an attack, something like that. But even still, I think more so the thing here, it wouldn't necessarily be a like, oh, she's stronger than King of Wildfire. It's more so of a mental block on Zoro's part of like, holy fuck, like, wait a minute, there's actually a strong swordswoman, and I want to be the strongest swordsman in the world. But at the same time, we're seeing him kind of like not really go all against women outside like that one girl, like Miss Monday, the one black chick with the muscles. So of course, you know how Zoro rolls. But that would be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, Zoro versus Smoothie would be dope.
Yeah.